With the exception of season 4, episode 1.
Well, see, like, even season 4 being ridiculous, and the whole thing with Neil's dad being this really melodramatic piece of bullshit, it's still fun to watch, and a lot of that has to do with the actors, and a lot of that has to do with just the fact that as archetypes, as really, really bland stereotypes, as just kind of really shallow, one-dimensional characters, these guys are fun. Like, I would want to be Neil in some universe, so much so that my latest haircut is actually a Matt Boomer haircut. And I walk around with suits and a fedora and everything, and I was doing that before Neil, but man, if they want to call me Neil Caffrey, why not? Like, the same thing with Michael Weston in Burn Notice, same thing with Harvey Specter in Suits, same thing with Sean in Psych. Like, USA has this thing, and I guess we're talking really generally about USA Network along with White Collar, but USA has this thing where they're great with concepts, they're great with casting, and they have that logo, Characters Welcome, and they're great with, like, very basic character interactions. If you got all the stars of all the shows on USA together, it would be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I was so pissed that they never did a crossover with Monk and Psych. Because they did, like, commercials with them together. And, like, I don't know why the TV crossover isn't a thing that happens anymore, but it pisses me off.
Yeah, I mean, like, Psych could take a lot from Monk. White Collar could take a lot from Suits. Like, there's shows that work very well in one universe. And I guess to bring it back to White Collar a little bit, is when these shows are good, they are generally very good. Like, season 1 of White Collar is actually really well done. Season 1 of Suits is a great season of television. So it's not like they're irredeemable. What gets me is that whenever it hits its highlight, it's also when it hits its biggest low.
How so?
So with White Collar, the first season, it's maybe arguably the best, only because it's short, it's concise, it has fewer problems. So you get this very basic story. It's all about just Neil being a CI, and he's kind of battling whether or not he still wants to be a thief or he wants to be a cop, and it's an interesting enough conflict. And that's just the core of the show. Like, that's the basic thing, and that's what makes it work, is that there's a built-in conflict for these characters based on their circumstances, so whenever you manipulate the circumstances a little bit, you can get a character reaction out of it. The problem is, when these writers don't know how to measure plot with character reaction, so they give you minor plot points, and characters do 180s for no reason. Like, they've built a great machine. They've built a machine to where characters and plot have to work together. They just don't know how to make that work.